Yonex Nanoflare 800 Nextage versus Yonex Astrox Nextage. Which racket is better and which did you get? Well, in this video, we'll find out. Alright, so Yonex just sent us a bunch of rackets. In our last video, we reviewed the series of the Nanoflare 800 Gameplay Tour Pro.
Yeah.
Now, we're reviewing these brand new Nextage rackets. So what are the difference between these two rackets from the start?
One is definitely the design and the color. So this is more pleasant, this is more dark, more even. Another thing is they're both the same weight, 4U G5.
Yeah.
Another difference is since this is a Nanoflare series, it's much more on the lighter side.
Right.
Meaning it's much more headlight, more even balance.
More speed and
more
control,
speed
right?
and defense.
And this is
Whereas
more for power.
Astrox is head heavy.
Right.
It's good for having a good smash. As well as you can see this frame is slightly much more wider than this one.
Right.
That's a big difference.
So this is how we're gonna do this test. Over here, I have a racket from a Chinese factory.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a no-name brand Chinese factory racket. This is going to be our control. First, we're going to play with the Astrox Nextage racket.
Okay.
Each of us will play 7 points with it, and then the other person will use this control racket. And we'll see what's the difference after we use the Astrox, and then compare it to the difference after we use the Nanoflare. So right now, I'm using the Astrox Nextage to warm up. Let's try it out first. Whoa. This is really head heavy compared to my usual racket. This is, I think, would be really good for smashes. This racket feels like I don't have to use a lot of power to smash. I'm just gonna go for some effortless smashes. All right. This feels so heavy, like my serve feels kind of odd. Okay,
Maybe you
7
are
points.
heavy.
Funny guy.
Smash! Out.
Out. This racket is actually quite interesting. It's because it's heavier, I need to swing a little bit bigger because I'm used to swinging really small for my lighter rackets. I think you'll use this better racket than me. Is this a racket problem or?
No, it's a skill issue.
It's a skill issue? We'll see once we swap. 6-0.
Ayo.
2-6. Skill issue. Okay, all right. Here, you can try the racket. Oh, forgot. Box. Wow.
That felt good.
That felt, yeah, that looked good.
Yeah.
One thing about this racket, it is really heavy for me. So for me, I usually like to play a lot of fast shots and push and drive, right?
So a bit more lighter racket or a headlight racket.
Yeah. So for this, if I were to play with this normally, it's gonna make me do is a lot of these shots is I'm gonna start blocking instead.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hit control, 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 and then look for these slower ones where I can come up and have enough time to swing.
Yeah.
Because judging from the way I saw you playing, it's like when you have enough time to swing, all of this momentum came out onto the bird.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you're a little bit too slow, it's like it actually got worse.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the racket?
I really like the racket. It has good balance, and I like when I went to hit it, the follow through is smooth as well.
Yeah.
But when I was playing like drives, I felt not enough power was being generated for these kind of drives.
Yeah.
So like block would have been the best option with this kind of racket, but for doubles, I would say it's a bit more harder to go for this racket in terms of drives.
I think if you want to go for this racket in doubles, you need to have really a lot of grip strength.
Yeah.
But most of the times, I would think of this as more of a singles racket, or in doubles, if you just play backcourt a lot. Now that we know this is the heavier racket, and we know the Nanoflare is the lighter racket, I'm more excited to try that. So why don't we swap over to our Nanoflare? All right, so this is our Nanoflare. Well, this is very headlight. This racket is more of like a neutral-ish, and then that one is really headlight. So I'm excited to try this out. I think this will be a better match for me. One thing that looks like this racket for me before I hit is it's
much more flexible.
It's much more flexible. It's a little bit, I think, a little bit too soft for me.
Too soft?
Yeah, so it depends on your power generation.
Do you feel it already much lighter?
It's so light. I would say it's actually a little bit too light.
Maybe once you come from a heavier racket, it feels much lighter.
Yeah, that could be. This is so easy to drive. Small swing, so much control. Because it's lighter, my swings are smaller. Because swinging bigger doesn't really help with the lighter racket. I actually enjoy this better. I like smaller swings. More control, more speed.
Hey!
Wow.
Ah.
I feel so free with this. 3-2? Do whatever I want.
No, not anything.
Not everything. Oh.
Out.
Oh. Okay, let's switch. One thing I feel with this racket is I have a lot more freedom.
So it's much more easy to move.
Yeah. Also trick shots. I'm more willing to do trick shots because it's so much faster to execute it.
Let me try it.
Okay.
Ooh, that's good.
Short.
Much more easy to move trick shots.
Yeah,
than
yeah. I can see that. You have so
Like,
much.
Yeah, the wrist is much more free to move.
Yeah. That was fast. Your swing was so fast.
Yeah, it's much more easy to play like drive
Yeah.
around the mid area with this racket.
Yeah.
It's more for doubles.
Right. Ah. That's the downside of this racket. It makes you feel too free. You feel like you can get trick shots.
Yeah. Out.
Okay.
That's game.
All right. This racket is for anyone that's lower than a national level of badminton play. If you were at a national level and try to go pro, I think it requires a little bit more stiffness than this. But these are the more affordable options, right?
Yeah.
These are around $200, right?
Yeah.
So these are good pretty much for everyone watching this video.
Unless if I watch the video.
You're not that good. What is the difference between the Astrox and the Nanoflare? Huge difference. This one is the head weight is a huge difference. This one, Astrox, is so heavy. It's like I either have to play backcourt doubles or my singles play style has to be very clear drop and then big
Yeah.
smash. Pretty much similar to your play style, right? So this racket, I think, is not suitable for me, but it is very suitable for you. Would
Yeah.
you use this racket?
I would definitely 100% use this racket.
Now, the Nanoflare Nextage, on the other hand, is kind of the opposite end. This is very light. So this, for me, I think if I was playing doubles front, would be good.
Yeah.
But if I was playing singles, it's still a little bit too light for me.
For people who like to go for smash more as much more natural strength, they would choose this. Whereas people who are much more like thinner or like lightweight, they would go for this one.
But natural strength, we also have to think about preference versus effectiveness. Because this racket, you have to be actually quite good at controlling because you're not going to use power in every shot, only when the opportunity comes, right? So this heavier racket actually requires a little bit more skill level. To recap, these two rackets I think are good two options for a head heavy and a light racket.
And then the same price as well.
Yeah, good price. And it's a safe investment for a long-term player who wants to play all the way to competitive.
Yeah.
And then eventually when they start getting like national level pro, then they can start switching to those 300 plus rackets. Also, we're giving away these rackets.
Both of them?
Both of them.
Wow.
To our subscribers. If you want to know how to win these rackets, then make sure to check out our description down below for all the details. And you also have to comment down below. You have to comment something that only people who watch it here would know.
Alex lost both the games.
Make sure to comment that, like and subscribe, and check out this video.